Hey, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday night broadcast sponsored by DE and Band of Brothers around the world. Hey, we're just coming off of a deep DE. I spoke to a lot of people, and everybody's like, every time has the best DE, best DE ever. I don't know if this is the best DE ever. I do know this was one of the most deep and engaging, and people just released everything. Everybody laid it on the line at this past DE. So again, I'm not going to say this is by far the best DE, but I will say it was by far the deepest and the most authentic that I remember. So if you weren't there, you missed it. You were missed. The next DE is October 22nd. I would say sign up early and get there because this was a profound DE. A lot of lives, a lot of hearts were opened up, and just be there for the next one. My goal is to personally invite and get 5 people that I've been working on for years. And you know what? Working on for years is no good. I'm going to get there. You know what's there because they need DE, and I still need DE. So, again, October 22nd for the next DE. Sign up early. Become a member. If you weren't there, you sign up, go into lifede.com, become a member, and you can get all the recordings from the last DE. You can get all the recordings from all the DEs, I think going back to 2016 or 2015. I'm not sure. I do it a lot. I just sit there when I'm going for exercise, pop in a DE and listen and jam when I get rolling. And sometimes I even listen to myself, and it's like, wow, I said that. I can't remember that or whatever, because it's like out of body experience. So please join it, be a member. We got a rising star in chiropractic tonight. We got a young lady who's here from Kansas City, actually originally from Coweta, Oklahoma. She's a Tri-7 student at Cleveland. And she and Casey Berry and J.J. Smith, basically she did all footwork to start a DE club here in Kansas City at Cleveland. If you weren't there last week, there are 3 beautiful ladies from Cleveland, and I will bet you a nickel that we're going to have probably 10 to 15 at the next DE, because the DE club is growing. Band of Brothers in Kansas City is growing and blowing up, and we really need to thank Sydney, because she is a major reason why it's happening. With no further ado, open your hearts for Sydney Welborn. Go ahead, bro.
Hey everyone, I'm Sydney. Thank you, Andy, for your introduction. As he said, I am at Tri-7 at Cleveland, which is out of 10 trimesters. So that means I have about a year left to go. I'm graduating in August of 2027. And there's a lot of work to be done here in Cleveland. But to start off, I'm just going to tell y'all how I got into chiropractic school in the first place and how DE has changed my life. I've been wanting to be a chiropractor since I was a sophomore in high school. I got the chance to go shadow some docs down in Texas when I was visiting some of my mom's friends, and they showed me what chiropractic was. I always knew I wanted to be in the health profession, but I never really knew what it was. And then chiropractic kind of just fell into my lap. And it was definitely was a calling from God, because I didn't really know why I wanted to do it, but I knew it was something that I had to do. So I continued to jump in, figure out what chiropractic was, and everyone obviously tries to tear you down through school, being like, "What if something happens and you can't do it?" I'm gonna be a chiropractor. I'm gonna be a chiropractor. So I continued to go through it, and then I went to undergrad at Oklahoma State. Go Pokes! And got my business degree and hoping to start my own practice one day. And then now here I am, 2 years into chiropractic school. And but the thing is that I never really learned the true principle of chiropractic, because when I went to visit chiropractors back home or learn about it, they always told me like, oh, it's going to help treat neck pain, it's going to help treat back pain. They had modalities like e-stim, traction tables. No one ever told me how chiropractic can help clear subluxations, heal your body from above, down, inside out, and use your hands, God-given hands, to clear subluxations to help your body get innate intelligence and help it clearly express himself. And so my dad reached out to somebody you may know, Casey Berry, and he took me under his wing. And he told me his chiropractic story a couple weeks before I started school, and what the true meaning of chiropractic was. And after that, I was like, wow, I love this profession more than I even did. And I started learning more about what he was talking about. But obviously, school got in the way sometimes, and because you're juggling 30 hours a week and you're trying to figure out what you are. And but Casey was always chirping in my ear, telling me, like, don't listen to, like, oh, subluxation is a controversial word, and don't listen to some of the people being like, uh, modalities are more help than adjustment. Like, he kept chirping in there. And then one day, he introduced me. Well, he called me and was like, "Hey, I'm going to DE in 2 weeks. I want you there." And of course, I listened. I was like, "Yes, I will come. I've heard you talk about this for months, and I'll be there." I had no idea what to expect. I was super nervous. And once I got there, I didn't realize a group of people could love a profession so much, because obviously you get out in the real world and see people talk about how much they hate their jobs and just the negativity. But you guys walk into DE and it is just love, warmth, hugs, and you scream, "Work is fun. I love to work." And you just know there is passion in that room. And it is something that I have never experienced in my entire life. And I realized, I was like, wow, this community is something different. And I need this. And you guys moved me that first couple days, and I got to meet a lot of you amazing people and start really building connections. And I went home back to Kansas City with the right mindset, of what a subluxation was, what innate intelligence was, what it can do for people. But obviously, you get stuck in your school bubble and some things change. But it just shows how much DE is needed in Cleveland, because you're just not getting taught the true meaning of chiropractic, and you kind of students can lose their way very, very fast and get stuck in the school bubble. But thank the Lord, there was one certain person who brought me back into the principled way. And shout out to Carly Hanners, because I don't know where I'd be without you. And I'm sure you met her a lot this weekend, because she felt that she's like, she's different and I'm going to talk to her. And she realized that I was principled. And she's the reason that I go to philosophy club now. There's a group of us in Cleveland. We go every Friday morning to philosophy, and we talk about Stevenson's Green Book and get into some pretty heated conversations and just talk about our love for chiropractic and innate intelligence. And honestly, it's probably one of my highlights of my week, because I love getting up in the morning and just talking about chiropractic with these group of people. And she obviously brought me into a bunch of new stuff, meeting same principle docs. And then I started to integrate her into DE. And then all of a sudden, we start getting the ground running, and DE is starting in Cleveland, and we got it started in January of 2026. A lot has changed, and I'm hoping we continue to make the change in Cleveland when it comes to DE, because people in DE need the community like I did. Because you walk around school and people don't even know what a green book is. People don't know, people kind of shy away from the word subluxation, and they just aren't wanting to reach out and connect. And I know I would be lost without my community. So DE is something that's so needed within school, because I honestly don't know, like, I just feel like some people just get so straight away or don't have the same like mind, or begging to know what chiropractic is and how it can help others, and how know what truly innate intelligence is, and how subluxations can be so dangerous. Because you can talk to people and they might just start to grasp straws and then they kind of step away. But I'm hoping DE can change that. And another thing I want to bring up is, without these group of people that I met, and them getting me out of my shell, I wouldn't have the opportunity to go to a mission trip with Dr. Peter Morgan. I grew in my confidence skills. I grew in just overall being able to communicate chiropractic. I grew in my passion, because when you go there, they are so appreciative to receive an adjustment. And people here in the US, it's not the same. Like, you have to convince them and educate them. But when you go to the DR, you see the light in their eyes when they see you, because they know you're about to change their life. And they give you the biggest hug, and it's one of the most rewarding things I've ever done. And honestly, I wouldn't have done it if I didn't have the community that I have built within DE and just the principled community. And I just want to express how much this past DE has changed me as a person, because there's been a lot of hardships in my life, and this past year, and this DE this July, like Andy said, was something on a deeper meaning for myself, because a lot of it was talking about showing your confidence and knowing what you're talking about, and just knowing that you know what you're doing. And y'all kept expressing that more and more throughout the weekend, and I was like, you're right, my confidence needs to be boosted, and you guys are showing me that it is possible. And also, you guys showed me the meaning of forgiveness, because Steve Judson, towards the end of the night on Saturday, was like, you need to forgive in order to grow. And that hit something different for me. And I know I can be a better chiropractor and a better person if I just learn how to forgive. And I don't know, DE just changes you as a person. It makes you think at a deeper level about how you can better yourself, so you can help people and help yourself and your family and the people you love. And that is why it is going to become my mission these next couple months before school ends, to get DE out there at school even more than it already is, and let people know how it can help them. And like Andy said, we're trying to get 10 people in the next October one. We're going to work very hard. And I feel like DE is something so needed within Cleveland. And it is going to make my mission. And I know Carly and Camry are going to help as well. And I don't know, I just can't express how much DE has changed my life, and how I will continue to always be going and being there every 3 months, and continue to grow and just love on all you people. Because without y'all, I would be one of the chiropractors who probably would be doing PT all the time, modalities, not expressing intent through my adjustment, getting people cleared, get and connected, clearing their subluxations, and letting the innate intelligence shine from within, and healing people from above down, inside out. I can't thank you all enough for everything. And we are going to continue to make the change in Cleveland, and hope bring out people more like Carly and Camry and myself. So thank you all so much. I appreciate everything. And that's all I got for today.
Great job, young lady. Great job. You said a lot there. Fast but furious. That was good. You ended with the intent with the adjustment, and that's so important. Everybody has to have the right intent, because I don't care about your technique. If your intent is right, 99% of the time things are going to go well. Agreed?
Yes, very much so.
You also saw about the forgiving yourself, forgiving others, whatever it is you need to do. Because if you're holding a grudge, all you're going to do is make it to where you're in fight or flight. You're not going to be able to be a lover and not be a hollow vessel. That was profound. And speaking with yourself with authority, I do know that going out and adjusting hundreds and hundreds of people like that will give you the authority, because you've been there, done that, right?
Yes.
So that was good. Now, one thing we didn't discuss, but is going to happen, just so everybody knows, we're going to figure out how to have a DE intensive in Kansas City in 2027. So we don't have a clue when it is. We're going to work with Dr. Cleveland to get that to happen. And we're going to have that place filled with chiropractic students from Cleveland. And you're going to be a big facilitator. And we really want to thank you for all your hard work. You are a rock star. Okay.
Thank you. Very excited to see all the differences we're going to make in Cleveland and getting DE spreaded out there.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much for doing this. We love you. And you did a fantastic job, young lady.
Thank you, Andy. Love you.
Everybody have a great night.
Have a great night.